Thank you for joining us in this event, which the EU is organizing with the support of its partners. So, all of us were here because we joined the cause of harnessing people's potential. Yes, this event is about people, common and unknown rural people. This event is about people, common and unknown rural people whose daily efforts, challenges, sufferings and voice goes unheard. They often represent 2/3 of the population in developing countries, but still go unnoticed, because making their voice heard requires collective action. And acting collectively requires awareness, consciousness, identity, shared interest, capacity to act. This conference is part of a series of conferences across Pakistan, which the European Union felt the need to organize together with its RSP's partner in order to talk and bring awareness about community-driven development. A development responding to the needs and priorities identified by the very same individuals and communities who will ultimately benefit of it. Community-driven development is a beautiful and straightforward concept, so difficult to put in practice when we look at the multiple challenges and bottlenecks that commonly characterize large systems, where public and private spheres interact, different layers of actors operate, power dynamics develop, crystallize, entrench, making access and control to resources extremely difficult. Here we are to divulgate the concept of social capital and touch with your hands the immense potential deriving from harnessing people's potential for country systems, politicians, civil servants, development practitioners, donors and citizens at large. Social capital is about the exponential opportunities available to organize groups of people who consciously decide to act collectively to address shared interests and needs. It's about building trust amongst individuals living similar experiences, developing mechanisms of downward accountability, rules of engagement, plans of action, and then looking outside the world as a whole, reaping the opportunities available from a strengthened capacity resulting from unity. You cannot define it a priori, it's everything. For people who don't know very much about this special word of community mobilization, you will be flashed today by concepts. Words like social mobilization, community organizations, village organization, LSOs, community investment funds, income generating grants, and many others. Don't panic, don't panic. At the heart, there is a very simple concept. Individuals are organized in groups. Groups are organized in baby groups, and baby groups are organized in apex groups. It's easy. So basically you have a hierarchical organization similar to a pyramid. Interconnections between the different elements are made by human dynamics. This is, trust me, is more powerful than the stone pyramid in the Egyptian time, because it can walk, it can talk, it can think. And finally, you have a sum of the parts which is bigger than the whole. So I tell you what the European Union, but they lack resources. They lack the possibility to provide important information to local administrators or governments if they are not given the opportunity to participate in the process of resource allocation. Nobody knows local needs better than the very individuals and communities who daily experience quality and quantity of services delivered. They are the only one who can really tell you. So here why we believe, the Union believes, in the important strategic relevance of having bring civil society and local authorities together. And we look at it as an apple divided in two, a development apple, no more, no less, with both halves having an equal strategic importance. Multiple ways in which these two sides can come together. And much depends on complex things that he knows very well. It's the structure of the government, the degrees of decentralization, the political, fiscal, administrative power, complex to being organizing a conference, and we'll be looking through the work done by previous programs. So why am I here? We are here because we have embraced wholeheartedly the approach of the USACO programs. We fully believe in it. And we have decided to support further city government through a program called Success. I hope the word respects the expectations. And here is the novelty. We do nothing new. Nothing. Because the path already traced by the current program called Union Council-based Poverty Reduction Program and the approach used by the RSPs is for us already more than satisfactory. It meets our objectives. We only had one thing, which is the support of the government to design a policy and budget framework enabling community-driven development. We want to support the government to formalize it, to make it as a common practice of the government work. Vision for unity, diversity and complementarity back to center. So just give for a moment credit to the power of social mobilization and think for a second what women can do for it. Okay, I finish. 6 lines, I finish. I hope this day can serve the purpose to explore and understand more the developmental relevance of concepts